All right, been having this conversation a lot. It is June 27th, 2022. We're in a shifting market. Market's always shifting, but these conversations are important. Right now, this is a conversation I've been having a lot. It's about pricing. We're in an uncertain market, that's for sure. There's more uncertainty in this market than I think there's probably ever been in my career about where the market's headed or what's going to be, happen with rates and with inflation and with home values and all that fun stuff. So I used this on a listing appointment the other day. I'm going to share it with you here. Of course, I learned it from somebody else, and I thought actually at regional mega agent masterminds a couple weeks ago. So this is what it was. So, and I actually drew this out at the kitchen table with my clients to show them. So this is 2021 here. So this is 2021. I'm gonna get my face out of the way. So this is 2020. We're talking about pricing. This whole thing is talking about pricing strategy. There's less of a strategy in 2021, honestly. Let's say that the neighbor's house, 123 Main Street, sold for $300K in May 2020, 2021, even 2020. 2021, okay. Sold for $300,000. Then you want a listing appointment, and this is at 125 Main Street, so it's literally next door. It's the exact same house. Exact same house. The seller says a number of things. Seller says, the seller, like 2 years ago in 2020, I had a lot of sellers that would be down here. They'd be like, hey, I think we should list at 275K. And they'd be like, oh, no, we can get this. Let's list here. Your neighbor just sold for 300. Let's list for 299.9, and we're going to get all the way up here. We could get 350K to 375K even. Who knows, right? I don't think anybody would disagree with that. You'd also have the seller that would say, my neighbor sold for 300K, especially this happened a lot last year in 2021. My neighbor sold for 300K, so I want to list here. I want to list at 325K. And you could do that. An agent could say, well, your neighbor sold for 300K, we really should list at 299K, 299.9, be right under the market, multiple offers, blah, 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 but it wouldn't have mattered. You could have listed at 325, the same result's going to happen. You're probably going to get somewhere up here, right? So 2020, I think, was a unique time where, for the only time in my 8-year career, sellers might say, I think I can get 275, and then I could have the pleasure to inform them, I think we should list at 300 or 299.9. Now, all of this is based on this comp here, 123 Main Street, which sold for 300K. All right. So now let's talk about 2022. Let's talk about June 27th, 2022. Call it mid. All right. And so 123 Main Street, that neighbor's house, sold for $300,000. Last week, 2 months ago, sold for $300,000. Let's say 2 months ago, 3 months ago, something like that. You meet with your seller. Sellers are impacted by the news, what's happening, what's out there, and it's that the market's crazy. It's that the market's shifting. It's that there's price reductions. It's a ton of noise about the market, but they still want to. They know that their neighbor sold for this 300K. Now they want to list for 325K. 125 Main Street. So this is what the seller wants to do. Last year or in 2020, we would have been fine. I think we all agree with that. We would have been fine. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered really. Right now, though, in 2022, what I'm explaining to my sellers and to agents is you can't be pricing in a 2022, or excuse me, in a 2020 or 2021 mindset. You can't be pricing in the past. So if you ask a seller, hey, is this a fast-paced or a slow-paced real estate market? It's a fast-paced real estate market. We are learning within 7 days whether or not our price is accurate. And we are learning that right now, in 2022, buyers are willing to overpay for a fairly priced home, but they are not willing not interested in paying a fair price for an overpriced home. So right now, this is the price that you want to list at. You want to list under the market. Because of all of the noise that's out there, all of the uncertainty, you don't want the buyers to go and look and see, because they're going to, their agent's going to, they're going to see that the neighbor just sold for $300K. Now there's uncertainty, and this just isn't happening. We were moving at, I had to sneeze, but I lost it. We were moving at 110 miles per hour. That's this right here. We're moving at 110 miles per hour. The speed limit was 55 miles per hour. Right now, we're moving at 85 miles per hour. Gary Keller quote. Thankfully, though, the speed limit is still 55 miles per hour. So if you want to get this, you cannot list here. You must list down here, because buyers are willing to overpay for a fairly priced home. And what will happen is we'll get those multiple offers, which we're seeing. This is basically what we're seeing in the market right now. These are still going to get those multiple offers, and we're going to get that 325K. We're going to get those waivers. We're going to get whatever the market is willing to bear. If you list here, you're going to fall into the trap that a lot of people are seeing right now. This is the number that people are seeing. People are seeing this number, 19%. What is that? Listings with reduced price. Listing with a price reduction. They're seeing this, 6%. What is this? Interest rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage. So we really need to be down here. We really need to price here right now. It's really important, because we need to educate our clients that we, agents, especially here at our company, because of the excellent training and education that we get, we are pricing for the 2022 market. We are not pricing for last year or 2 years ago. The market is different now. And we don't want to be this stat here, because here's what's happening. Everybody's getting greedy, sellers and agents alike, everybody's getting lazy. They see this and they're like, yeah, whatever. We know we'll sell it. We know we'll get a bunch of offers and showings. They list it up here, and what happens? No showings, zip. And what happens? A price reduction. And so the fear in the market that's created is this, that there's 19% of listings with the price reductions. Yeah, but they're these listings. They're the listings that were priced at 110 miles per hour. They should have been priced at 85. We should have priced it at the same. Should have priced it down here. So this might get reduced to 315 over time. It's still going to sell for more than the 299.9. It took us longer to get there. It took us a lot of uncertainty. We probably got a worse offer because of it. We had to make a couple price reductions, and now we're part of that 19% price reduction. So what we're not seeing is that this 19% price reduction, we're not seeing that these homes are being reduced all the way down here in the red zone. I haven't seen this yet. Okay, we haven't seen this yet. That we're selling homes for less than we were before. If 123 Main Street sold for $300,000 and you price at $299K, the exact same house, it will likely sell for more than that. It will likely sell for more. If you price it at $350K, it will still likely sell for more than the identical house that sold next year. Or next door. It's just going to take you longer to get there. It's not like if you list at $350K and it's truly an identical comp. It's not like you're going to have to reduce it all the way to $275K. That isn't happening right now. Will it? I don't know. It could tomorrow. And of course there's unique cases where things happen. But I'll tell you right now, this is the last thing that I'll tell the seller that's the most important with this beautiful chart that's been drawn here, is this right here. So right here, this was the future, okay? This was now, this happened. This was fact, this happened. This area was the future, which is what? The future is what? Uncertain. So right now, with the future being uncertain and scary, we can't be pricing based on what's going to happen in the future because it's too uncertain. We need to be priced based on what's happening right now, which is this sale price, this list price. So we want to list at that $299.9. So I'm looking at my screen now and seeing just how messy this is, but I think the message is there. Let me know what you think, and hope this helps you in your listing appointments.